what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? How y'all doing? So, listen, hear me out, walk with me. I'm making it all relevant. I did a video the other day called I'm from the streets and I'm proud of it. And in that video, in the comment section of that video, a guy by the name of King No Name had actually commented, and I want to read it to you all, and then after that I want to, talk about it, what he said. So this is how it goes, and he's referring to me in the comment that he said, you're starting to lose me with your message. You never been from the streets, bro, cut it out. Noah Savage, I vividly remember you saying a guy pistol whipping you and you pressing charges on the guy. Okay, so let's break down the streets thing first and foremost. When I'm referring to the streets, it's all inclusive. What I mean by that is if you were out there selling PUSSY in order to make money, if you were a crackhead, if you know what it's like to miss a payment on your electric bill and they cut your lights off and you gotta, light candles up in order to have some type of light. If your water got cut off because you couldn't pay your water bill, so you went to the grocery store and you had to buy a bunch of gallons of water in order to fill the water up, take the gallons of water and heat it up and put it in the tub so you could take a bath or taking the water and pouring it in the back of your toilet in order to flush the toilet. If you've been in a situation where, you got evicted and you had to pack up all your stuff and you were homeless for a couple of weeks or months. What I mean being from the streets is the struggle. That's what I'm talking about. But most times when black people, talk about the streets, they always make the streets synonymous with just exclusively dope dealing and shooting people. That's it. Okay, let's move on. The Savage situation. All right. So he said, cut it out, nor you were a savage. All right, let's look up the definition of a savage. Okay. All right. Hold on. So what does being a savage mean? Lacking the restraints normal to civilized human beings. Fierce, ferocious, a savage, criminal. Okay, hold on. What do you call a savage person? Barbarian, barbaric, uncivilized. Wow, non-civilized. I said in my video, that I was a savage, and I truly meant it because I wasn't civilized. I was barbaric. I was a weed head. I was a alcoholic. I was a booster, or rather someone that stole clothes. I will run up in somebody's mall and take clothes. I was literally out of my mind. Let's move on. Then he talks about, I vividly remember you saying a guy pistol whipping you and pressing charges on a guy. Okay, so he's talking about a video that I did, and this is crazy how he's trying to use my words against me. I know what I said, right? He's trying to use my video against me. I'm the one that did the video, yo. All right, so first and foremost, I'm gonna give you all the link in the comment section of this video of what he's referring to. I'm gonna give you that link so you can go there for yourself. So I'm gonna explain it to you, right? So yes, true indeed, I was pistol whipped. I got out of the car and I didn't know a guy was gonna point a gun at me. I didn't know that he was gonna bring a gun to a fist fight. I was ready to fight. He pulled out a pistol and hit me a couple times. And I was with a dude named Carl Jones. Y'all know him as Carl Jones, the creator of Black Dynamite, and he worked on Boondocks. He worked a couple of cartoons on Cartoon Network, but I knew him back then as Yona. He insisted I call the cops, right? So I called the cops. Cops wrote a report. There was no charges. I didn't press no charges, anything like that. Now, the plan was, this was the plan, and I said it in that video. The plan was to take an order of protection out on him, the guy that pistol whipped me, so I can literally, later on, have a legitimate reason of killing him. That was the plan. But it didn't work out. I didn't take no order of protection out on him. Later on, he wound up shooting some cab driver. It didn't work out. But Langston, let's look at it like right now. What would you have done if that happened to you right now? You being pistol whipping or? Well, first and foremost, we have to take out the firearms because I have firearms now. Now I can legally protect myself. All my firearms are registered. So if someone were to cause any bodily harm to me, I can literally protect myself. But let's just take out the firearms. And it just happened, right? I would definitely press charges on him right now. Straight up. You want to know why? Because I went to the hospital and I had to get stitches in my face. Did the man that pistol whipped me pay for it? No. After I got out of the hospital, I had to go out and hustle. I had to go out and make my money for rent and the bills that I had to pay. Did the guy that pistol whipped me compensate me for my pain and suffering? No. And this is the point that I'm making. You could call me a simp all you want. All you want. Because I think this is what this guy is alluding to. I'm gonna read this last one. I'm telling you, all of this is relevant. Hear me out. So I replied, I'm definitely using this for my next video. So the next thing he wrote was, use it. I'm just stating the facts. You said in this video, you was from the streets and a savage. And I never got that vibe from you. All you did was sell bootleg movies and preach that black power BS. Woo! Woo! Bro. I'm gonna pull your card. If all I did was sell bootleg movies and preach that black power BS, and I'm assuming I may be wrong, that you are a street dude, that you are legitimate, why are you taking the time out to look at me if that's all I am to you? Straight up. That's all I want to know. How is it that you know all of these things about me? I've done these videos years ago, so that means that you are a fan. You've been looking at my videos for years. I talked about that pistol whipping thing last year and then about 2 or 3 years ago. You've been looking at my videos. You are a fan. So it's obvious I'm not just a person that sells bootleg movies and preach that black power BS. It's obvious. Straight up. Because who would that make you? By default, you're listening to somebody that's a simp. So who would that make you? A simp. But that's fine. I'll be a simp. I'll be a simp. You know, I hate it when people talk about this black power BS. That's what they say, black power BS. How is it black power BS when J. Edgar Hoover had a problem with the black power BS called the Black Panthers? Where he created COINTELPRO. And there was an operation called Black Messiah to dismantle black organizations that was preaching that black power BS. Why did Fred Hampton have to leave? Why did he have to go? You don't know what you're talking about. But I'll be the simp. Because I hear this all the time from the streets. I'll be that. I'll be that simp that tried to reach my people. You see, while you real NIGGASs were out there on the street corner fighting for no cause at all, We, such as myself, black folks, were out there fighting for the freedom and the upliftment of our people. And oftentimes we're discredited. We're not given our props. But these drug dealers, these guys that's on the street corner that's selling poison to our people get all of the applause. Which makes no sense to me. Y'all ain't the real gangsters. Y'all ain't the real thugs. Y'all ain't the real dudes that's from the streets. Matter of fact, in order to be from the streets, you gotta own them. And y'all Negroes don't own the streets. When that white man tell you you gotta go, because they gonna tear down your hood, your projects, and build a Target, a Trader Joe's, a Whole Foods, and replace of your hood, you know what? You pack your shit up and leave. That's real talk. That's real talk. While you all were getting strip searched in jail, you know what I'm saying? They were going through all your personal, your private parts, you know what I'm saying? The cavity search going up your butt. We were out there in those streets for real. Such as the Nation of Islam. The 5% Nation, also known as the Nation of Gods and Earths. The Nubians at the time. The Moor Science Temple. Fighting that good fight. Fighting that real fight. We were fighting the real enemy. While you all were fighting against one another. Shooting and killing your own brother. And you had a nerve to say, preaching that black power BS? You out of your mind. You don't know what you're talking about. Minister Farrakhan, even though I have my differences with him, that man did something that you ain't got the balls to do. None of y'all niggas from the streets got the balls to do. He went to Washington, D.C. and had, man, I never seen that in my life. Had a 1,000,000-man march where there were millions of men out there. Malcolm X, in his day and time, stood there and talked that good talk in front of all those white people. Excuse me. Something that you street dudes don't know about. That y'all too scared to stand up to the white man. Because I see y'all all the time. When I used to go to court, no lie, I'm a simp. So I used to go to court. I didn't go to court for drug dealing. I didn't go to court for selling, shooting people. I went to court because my license was revoked. And I just would get back in the car and drive. So while I was going through all of that, guess what? I would hear from these drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, that was in front of me, possession of crack cocaine, da-da-da-da-da. And you know what? The drug dealers, they'll be like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. All proper. You know what I'm saying? They not using no type of ebonics, no slang words. They're highly respectful in the court of law. Bro, King, no name, which makes no sense to me. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. Straight up. And the reason why I, read your comments is because you trying to discredit me. If you looked at the whole video called I'm From the Streets and Proud of It, you would have known that it was a twist. That I'm not proud that I'm from the streets. That I'm trying to reach the kids. At the end of the day. And if you want to call me a simp, all you want, man, be my guest. I don't care. Because my generation, including myself, we did things the wrong way. I wish I can go back in the hands of time and not be disrespectful to my mother. I wish I listened to my elders more. I wish that, even though I have love for the mother of my children, because I only have one baby mama, even though I have love for the mother of my children, if I had it to do again, I wish I had met her when I was young, when I was, in middle school or in high school, when she was my high school sweetheart. And I wish that we could have grown up together. I wish that my mother and my father was there in the same household. In other words, I wish that I lived a normal, simple, square-ass life. And for those that are living that life, don't be ashamed of it. Straight up. Own up to it. Own it. Because this street life ain't worth shit. Straight up. That's real talk. You got the nerve to say and preach that black power BS? I'm offended. Dr. Sebi saved so many people. Was it BS when he was talking about changing your diet? Turning your diet into an alkaline diet instead of an acidic? I could go on with this. Is the ISIS papers black power BS? I could go on with this for days. In the 90s, I'm not talking about when your Polites, your Dr. Umars and your young pharaohs took over and Sinettas took over the conscious community. I'm talking about in the 90s. When it was real. Was Khalid Muhammad one of the... May he rest in peace. A straight up soldier warrior. Was he part of the black power BS that you're referring to? More of a man than most of the men that exist right now. Khalid Muhammad. In the 90s, we were real about it. For real. We were real about it. And none of y'all street dudes, straight up. Now, there may be here and there, little things that you may mention here and there, but for the most part, none of y'all street dudes messed with the Nation of Islam. None of you street dudes really messed with any of these conscious people, all this conscious BS that you talking about. I never recall anyone saying in the conscious community in the 90s that somebody, a street dude beat up a conscious dude that was part of the Nation of Islam or the Nation of Gods and Earths. Matter of fact, the Nation of Gods and Earths was really knocking the... I don't even want to go there, man. You don't know what you're talking about. But I'll be a simp, man. I'll be a simp because I'm trying to raise the vibration and frequencies of my black people. I'll be a simp. I'll be that. I'll be a simp because I'm talking about grounding and sun gazing. I'll be that. I'll be a simp because I'm telling you that you have the right to bear arms. The legal right to bear arms. You don't have to walk around with an AR-15. You know what I'm saying? Any type of firearm illegally. You don't have to buy firearms off the streets. You can go the legal route for those that don't have a criminal record, far as like any type of domestic abuse, robberies, armed robberies, and stuff like that. You can do it the right way and still be able to protect and defend yourself. I'll be that simp. I'll be the simp to tell you, yo, obey the law. I'll be the simp. I'll be the simp to tell you, yo, educate yourself. I'll be that simp. do the right thing. I'll be that simp. But you know, I'm gonna be real with you. I'll tell you all of this stuff, but the reality of it is I'm telling you on YouTube. That's as far as I go. In person, you want me to be a mentor. You want me to be a mentor. You want me to go out there and set up organizations, organize, and all the rest of that. I'm not doing none of that. You want to know why? For people like King No Name, there are a lot of people like him that have that type of mentality, and I'm not willing to die for those type of dudes, or those type of people rather. Straight up, I'm not Malcolm X. And I know what you all are going to say. Well, man, you couldn't fit in Malcolm X's shoes if you let me tell you something. I don't want Malcolm X's shoes. I don't even want to fit in them. You want to know why? Because he died in front of his children for nothing. Same thing with Martin Luther King. He died for you fools. And y'all still wild. Y'all are worse. Y'all are worse than... But prior to Dr. Martin Luther King being alive. Getting shot and killed. So I don't want to be in those shoes. I don't want to be no black leader. You want to know why? Because black people, and I'm about to end this, black people want their black leaders, or should I say teachers, you know what I'm saying? Their scholars, they want their scholars and teachers to be foot soldiers. They want their scholars and teachers and leaders to multitask. But that's not how our government works. And this is the reason why the United States is one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, nations. It's because they have order. You don't hear about the senators and the House of Representatives picking up guns and going into war when we go to war, like, for example, in Iraq. Not only do you not hear about the senators and the House of Representatives going to war, but they don't even go. Not only do they not go, but their sons and daughters don't go to war either. Do you ever hear about, you know, a scholar, a teacher, a professor that's in, like, you know, these well-to-do universities like Harvard say, hold up, class, I ain't gonna be here for the next 3 to 6 years because, you know, I'm going to war. Only in the black community. Do you want your teachers to multitask? I keep on hearing this all the time in the comment section of these videos. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing? You all talk. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to talk. And the street soldier's supposed to do what they supposed to do. And the organizer's supposed to do what they supposed to do. This is the reason why the black community is disorganized. Well, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time on you fools. Straight up. No lie. That's real talk. So I'll be a simp. And I said it. Yep, I'm a simp. I want to live a simple life. I want to be a simple man. And as my brother said it in the comment section of the video, Pretty Ricky that is, in the comment section of the video called, I'm from the streets and I'm proud of it. I'm going to read it to you. And this is where I'm at. This is the vibe I'm on. It's so crazy how these young people don't understand how cool it is to get older. Getting older is a privilege that that not everyone gets to do. I want to get older. I want to experience life to the fullest. I want no parts of the streets. Straight up. I want to know what it's like to see the whole world. I want to know what it's like to laugh so hard. I remember in high school, we used to laugh so hard to the point where we used to throw up. I want to know what that feeling is like. Because I know when I was in those streets, I had to pretend. I had to act like I was angry all the time. So yeah, King No Name, you can have it. You can have it. I'm not from the streets. I'm a simp. That plain and simple. I said it. My name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video. Peace.